Welcome back, guys and gals. Got a quick one for you today. I'm going to go over on how you can do an at-home alignment on a solid axle front end. This only works on solid axle. It doesn't apply to modern vehicles with independent suspension. Those have to be loaded and bounced and all that BS to make them work right. Solid axle doesn't care. Now, the other side of that is that your caster and camber, at least on this setup, is also not adjustable. Your camber, obviously, you'd have to bend the axle. Your caster would depend on the angle of the wishbone. So in a stock setup like this, if the wishbone's in good shape, that should be all fixed. So if you have issues with your caster or camber being off, those need to be addressed before you get to this. But this way you can adjust your toe without having to pay an alignment shop $80 to do it. So what I'm using here are alignment plates made by TMR. Now essentially this is just a piece of angle iron with some cuts in it. You could easily make them at home. I'll probably make another set because these may not work on some of the other cars. These are actually designed for lifted vehicles like jacked up Jeeps and stuff. On older cars like this just barely clears the wishbone. If the car was lowered like on the coupe over here, I'm pretty sure these won't work. So I'll probably get some angle iron and make my own set. If you get larger pieces like an 8-inch piece, it'll have more drop and it'll get you down below all that stuff so you won't have clearance issues. But the way these work is that these are drilled for a bunch of different bolt patterns. They bolt on there, and there's cutouts in here where your tape measures sit. And you just measure front and back, you adjust your toe on that, and I'll show you right now how I set these up. So here's how you start. Obviously it's drilled for, I think 4.5 on 5, 5 on 5, 5.5 on 5. There's a bunch of different patterns. It may even fit 6 lug, 8 lug, I'm not sure. But it's drilled for a bunch of different things. So this is 5 on 5.5, which is early Ford bolt pattern. There aren't holes that actually line up with this, so just bolt it in whatever works. It doesn't really matter, and we'll address that in just a second. So you get that bolted on both sides. Now once that's mounted up, ideally it would be centered and this would keep itself level. That's not the case because it's offset. So what I do is put an angle finder on it, as you can see. Now again, this would be off kilter if it was just hanging by gravity. I set this to 0 and then tighten the wheel bearing down and tighten the brakes all the way up so that it holds it here. You want these both to be level, otherwise if one's higher than the other one, it'll throw your tape measures off and you won't get the exact distance. So if you have this similar setup and you have working brakes, which I don't currently have on here, you can also just put a stop in there or have someone sit in there and hold the brakes, and that'll keep the wheel from moving back and forth and also keep you level. Either way works fine. So now once that's set up and your bar is locked level, you want to try to get it centered so that both tires are pointing as straight ahead as possible. So the way I do that is take a tape measure, and it doesn't really matter, just pick a point, however you want to do it. I'm putting it on top of the alignment rail up against the drum and running it back till I hit the wishbone. Take your measurement on that, go around the other side and do the same. And just get it so that they're pointed as straight ahead as possible. So we'll go around the other side and I'll show you what that looks like. So here's the setup on the driver's side. Now all this does, the tape measures hook into the end of that. There's a little channel here to hold it in place. Now when you get this kit, it's just the bars. You need 2 tape measures. And when you do this, go buy 2 of the exact same tape measures. Go buy brand new ones, don't use used ones. Get 2 of the exact same ones and buy them at the same time. That way, hopefully, they're actually the same, because you can go to the store and buy 3 different tape measures and they'll all have 3 different readings. So this way, at least you're as close to accurate as possible. So once that's all set up and everything's locked in, all you do is pick a reference point and go off that. It looks like we're at about 59.5 on the rear. The front is about 60 and 3/16. That's obviously way off, so we want about a 1/16 of an inch of toe in. So we're going to come around here. And we're going to loosen up the clamp on the tie rod. We're going to do the other side. And you just twist the tie rod and it moves it either in or out. Keep doing that until you get your alignment right. So here's the clamp on the tie rod. There's usually a cotter pin in here. I already took that out. So you want to remove that. The same thing on the passenger side. So I'm going to break that loose. You don't have to back it way off, just enough to allow that to release the pressure on there. And after you do this, it's probably going to move back and forth. You're going to have to measure and recenter it. So go do the same thing on the passenger side. So once your jam nuts are loose, you can give a little squirt of schmutz on your threads there. This is in pretty good shape, but if it's really rusty, you may have to work it a little bit. But get that freed up, give it a little squirt. And then just start working it one way or the other. It'll adjust your toe in, toe out, and just keep checking your measurements. You want to keep double checking your reference measurement here to make sure this stays fairly centered. Going through and check, we're at like 59 5/8 on this side now. Over here we're right about 60, so we're getting there. Just keep working until you get close. Made the adjustment on the tie rod a few times and just kept double checking these, and now we are right at, if you can see that, measuring on the inside edge of this right hand side here. And we've got it right at 59 15/16. In the front here, it is right on 59 7/8. So that gives us a 1/16 of toe in, which is what this is supposed to have. When you get it right, just double check. If you're doing the angle thing, make sure that this is still straight. Double check your reference here. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight ahead, but it should be relatively close. But it does change the amount of toe the further you get into a turn, so if it's a little off from center, it can throw it off. So just double check your references here. Make sure those stay the same. Double check this again. And then after you tighten down your clamps, it can also change a little bit, so double check it after that. That gives you a general idea as to how to set your toe at home for a little cheaper. You just got to buy these things once or just make your own, really. So one last little tip that I forgot to mention earlier is that with these tape measures, either bend the end of it over or get a little screwdriver and stick it in like that. That'll keep the end from wanting to pop up off of these rails. Save you some frustration and tapes flying across the room.